Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, and welcome back to the monthly astrological crystal overview for the sign of Capricorn, April 2020. I'd like to send my condolences out to everyone who know or lost someone in this pandemic. And I'd like to send prayers out to those healing prayers for those who are recovering and will beat this pandemic, and there will be no side effects. This shall pass, but the regular norm before it happened will never be the same. So practice social distance. When you go out, please wear a mask and glove. You can reach me at my website, where the description is in the box below, at readingsbyleonardtmunson.net, or my email address, mercury524@msn.com, or my Facebook page, Readings by Leonard T. Munson, and you can find me on Twitter and LinkedIn at the same address and name. Okay, let's get it started. You know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. This is a general reading, so take what you need and leave the rest alone. One of the mistakes we have, when someone doing something, we want to do exactly as they do. We don't need everything that they do. Just take what you need and create what you want. Okay, Cap, your solar sun is transiting the sun in Taurus in your fifth house. The fifth house represents creativity, children, matters of the heart, self, morals, principle, strength, leadership, judge, the law. It also represents arts and entertainment, and it also represents the limelight. With your solar sun in the fifth house, transiting the sun in Taurus. Okay, in other words, that your leadership ability is at hand. That you need to stand up for what you feel that is right for you. I feel some of you Caps have been mowing around, complaining, and we're getting sick and tired of hearing that. You're complaining, but you're not doing anything to change it. So some of you are changing the dynamics by standing up and taking this leadership role in your life and things that you want to do, and not adhering to or being subjected to other people. Okay? This will unblock your creativity that has to do with money, work, and possessions. Some of you need to stand up to your supervisor, your manager, for things that's going around that you're looking at, but you're not taking an active role in trying to resolve it. Stop complaining. If you don't like something, then make a change. If you don't like the job, get out of it. If you don't like the relationship, get out of it. If you don't like the money situation, get out of it and change it. So your solar sun, Cap, is transiting your fifth house of self. That's connected with money, work, and possession. So I see some of you are tweeting that resume. Some of you are not waiting around for people to help you. Some of you can help yourself. Why should you continue waiting? Look at it and ask the divine source of the universe to give you the idea where to move from. So that means you need to sit still and do some meditation. Go inward. Since we are in this quarantine, this is the time to go inward, externalize things to bring it out, internalize. So these things can change. You're in a stagnation situation, and now it's time to do your research, gather information, and move forward. During this pandemic, I see a lot of you are decluttering your life, getting rid of papers, things that no longer serve you. So when you declutter something, your mind becomes uncluttered. When you have a lot of clutter and hoarding things, your mind is hoarding and it's uncluttered. Is cluttered. So you cannot focus, you can't think right, you make the wrong decisions, and there's circumstances. Some of you are letting people pressure you into doing things. Do what is right for you. The primary relationship in your life, Capricorn, is your relationship, and that relationship with the divine. Everyone else is secondary. Now, your children comes after that, and your spouse. But everything else is secondary. So get off of that complaining chair and do something. If you don't like what's going on, then make a change. You have to make the change. So I feel that some of you are making this change now. You're more concerned on yourself. Get off that couch, get out and walk, get some fresh air so you can think better and unclutter your mind. Okay, some of you are on diets. You need to get that extra weight off. You can get in that bikini or in that Speedo. Okay, some of you need to tone that body up. How are you going to do these things? By setting up a schedule. Okay, some of you are looking at money issues. You're trying to make money work for you. You're going to try to find a budget and cut the waste. Okay, if you want to buy something, wait till it goes on sale. So I see some of you are looking at things that will enhance the outflow of money and increase the inflow of money. Work. I see some of you, when this is over with, there will be a change in a job. But you have to take that step. You take the first step and the Lord will take the rest. This is your responsibility, not no one else's. You have to make these decisions. So stop complaining. Okay, some of you Caps are hypochondriacs. Okay, you imagine pains and conditions that's not there. Remember, when you think, your thoughts is a mirror. It's like a mirror you're looking at yourself. So if you're thinking negative, but this is going to be, then you're tracking that energy to you. So stop thinking negative. Start thinking positive. And one of the stones I need Caps to carry in them by your solar sun is transiting the fifth house, which is in Taurus, is the rose quartz. Rose quartz represents open up your heart chakra. Some of your heart chakras is blocked to give out love and to receive it back. So since your fifth house is solar, fifth house is transiting the sun sign in Taurus, stress. The exercise will relieve this bad stress. Walking will release it, and getting out and thinking and unclutter. Set a list every day what you want to do and adhere to that. Take care of yourself first before you can take care of someone else. Okay? So I need you to carry the rose quartz with you, and I need you to wear something pink while your solar sun is in the fifth house transiting Taurus. The sun in Taurus. This will bring success to every endeavor that you strike out to be. So put a little touch of pink in your wardrobe. Okay? Now let's see what is the karma card for you while your solar sun is transiting the fifth house. Okay? Now the karma cards consist of the signs of the astrological wheel, the planets, and the houses. So let's see, what is your karma card? I'm looking at this. The north node of the moon. The north node of the moon is in Cancer. The north node of the moon represents the lessons that we need to learn in this life. Okay? So the North Node has been retrograding from January the 1st, 2020, until January the 21st, 2020. January the 1st, 2021. Okay? So it's in Cancer. So there's some issues about women issues, emotions, family, home, security. Now, when a planet is retrograde, the two letters is RE. So we're going to look back when this planet, the North Node, was going direct for a whole year. We're going to look back and see what information we miss, what details we overlook to correct it. So when it goes back. So you have a chance to emotional issues connected with your mother, women issues, family, home, security. So the spiritual thing is have faith. Have faith in you. Because when you have faith in you, the divine sources bring that connection to you. Do not worry about anything. Surrender to the divine source. We are not in control of anything. He or she set the tone for everything. Once you bring that control to them, everything will manifest. That's your mental aspect. The physical aspect, now is the time. So that is your North Node of the moon. Now, the South Node of the moon is what we brought into this life from the previous life. And we treat back to that because it's comfortable, because we know. But we cannot stay there. We have to balance it out and go into the North Node to learn the lessons that we brought, that we need to bring in this life. Okay? All right, now let's see your tarot card for the month. Okay, let's spread these out. One seems to be sticking out more than others. That's telling me to pick this. Okay, whenever a card is crossing you or facing down, to me, I read from my spiritual sources, this is opposition. This opposes you. This is negative. And this is also a challenge that you're going to have to overcome. So we're going to turn this to upright. And this is the card of the Hermit. This is the Virgo card. Virgo represents retreating inward, getting to know yourself and recharge yourself again. So this quarantine with your solar sun transing the fifth house in Taurus, it's going inside and retreat and get to know and recharge yourself. And be a guiding light. Let this light come within to bring you out of the darkness. Virgo is the house of health, work, and service to others. It also deals with the sixth house, will deal with harmony in areas that I just mentioned, health, work, and service. And you're going to find solutions when your solar sun transiting the fifth house in Taurus to outstanding issues. Okay? Now we're going to look at where the planets are moving through and how it's affecting you. Venus is in Gemini. So Geminis are the hot things now. They're communicating effectively. People are listening to them. People want to be around them. They're admiring them. Okay? They're being attracted to other people. They're interested in dating them, maybe having a relationship with them, and even having sex with them. Venus is the goddess of love, finery, money. So money issues with What Venus in is really happening. And by the way, this is for us and Venus. Okay, so they're communicating better. They're telling people what they want and what they don't want. They're not playing any bullshit or any games that's going on here now. So Venus is in Gemini, so you need to communicate what you want in love, money, and the finery. Then we have Mercury that went into Taurus on the 27th of April and will stay there to the 11th of May. And Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini. So your solar sun is in the 5th house, transiting the sun in Taurus. So again, Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus. We deal with love, money, and relationship. So we go back to these three things. You're communicating what you want as far as affection and emotional growth. You're also communicating what you want and with your money and what you want to do with it. You're also communicating about the possessions you have. Okay? So you must speak it. You must write it. Information and research. You're going into that area. Okay? Then we're going to Pluto. Pluto is in your sun sign. Capricorn is the 10th house deals with employment, success, prestige, and moving up the ladder. It also deals with corporation and government. So again, I see some of you will be changing jobs when this thing is over with, and you'll be moving up the ladder. I see some of you will be making more money than you're making now. I see some of you will be changing your schedule at a normal time, and some of you will be working closer to home. And if some of you have children, you'll be working closer to your children's school or daycare. Pluto represents transformation and rebirth. So there's some issues about things that's been hidden, but now it's time that light needs to be shown. Light needs to be shown on it. Pluto is the ruler planet of Scorpio and Aries. So this could go back to a childhood issues that have to do with some emotional trauma. And it's the ruling planet of Aries that you need now to make the action, initiate, to correct this so this transformation can go through, and it's the rebirth of this. Now, Pluto is retrograding. It's that RE. Now you're going to go back 5 months when Pluto was going direct, and you're going to look at what did you do wrong, what did you miss, and what details you miss. You're going to do your research, gather your information, investigate, and so when it goes direct, it went retrograde on the 25th of April, it will go direct on October the 4th. Okay? Now we have Mars in Aquarius. Mars is the ruling planet of Scorpio and Aries. Mars is raw energy, vigor, force, action, passion, love. Aquarius is the air sign. So you're putting your emotions secondary and thinking more. You're observing, you're analyzing. Now, Mars went into Aquarius on the 30th of March of this year and will stay there to May the 13th of this year. Neptune in Pisces. Pisces represents the 12th house, which is a combination of all the astrological signs. It's a house of secret enemies. It's a house of emotions. It's a house of intuitiveness and your psychic ability. So your psychic ability is heightened now. Neptune and Pisces, that we're going to clean up the water. It also represents institution behind the scenes and healing institutions. So some of you might need to go to a professional healer, spiritual, mentally, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a therapist, or a counselor about some emotional issues that you're having. Some of you might be having issues with your eyes or your feet that needs to be addressed. Then we have Uranus in Taurus, who runs March the 6th, 2019, will stay there to 2026. Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius, and Aquarius represents the 11th house, that deals with hopes, wishes, and friendships. It also deals with groups and organizations that deal with humanitarian efforts. Uranus is a distant planet. It's a planet of chaos, upheaval, change, revolution, independence, and freedom. Nothing will be the same. Since it's in Taurus, it's going to affect money, work, and possession. And it deals with that we're going to become a cashless society. Robots is going to be more prominent, so you better learn how to design them, make them, service them, and repair them. Long distance relationship will be the norm, and age will not be a factor in love relationship. We're going to have a better, healthy relationship with our money. We're getting away from chemicals in the food, these GMOs. We're going to get it away from dealing with these doctors giving us these chemicals that brings us side effects. We're going to go back to more organic, more natural, and homeopathic medicine. Okay? A lot of you have not spoken, but you need to speak. Taurus represents your fifth chakra, so it's time to speak what you need to say. Speak your truth, but in a diplomatic way. You'll get more with bees with honey than vinegar. If you approach someone negative, then they're going to react to you negative. Jupiter is now in Capricorn. You, Cap! Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius, the planet of expansion, growth, wealth, abundance, blessings, truth, and karma. So if you put out good karma, you're going to have opportunities going up for you galore. But pick the opportunity that's going to have the longevity, that's going to last long, Cap. So one in the December 19, 2019, and will stay in the December 19, 2020. Okay, Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn is your ruling planet. Saturn is the planet of structure. So that old structure that you have will be wiped away and built on a better, stronger structure. It also represents setting boundaries. It also deals with father figures. It also deals with lessons learned through employment, success, and moving up the ladder, and governments and corporations. Aquarius, again, is an air sign, so this is going to affect Aquarius, Geminis, and Libra. Don't fight it, roll with the punches, because you're going to be a better person. There will be friendships going through this transit. There will be physical passing of a family member, a friend, acquaintance, or associate, and maybe an enemy. It rules father time. Okay? Now, with Pluto retrograding, it represents addictive behavior needs to be addressed. Any negative behavior needs to be addressed. So if it's sex, drugs, alcohol, workaholic, any of those things, it's going to be addressed, and these negative aspects of it will be dealt with and removed. So this negative behavior will be addressed with Pluto retrograde. Again, we mentioned the north node of the moon. The north node of the moon is in Cancer. So, Cap, I hope you enjoyed your monthly astrological crystal overview for April 2020. And I'll see you in May. Ciao.